Well, one of the other interesting things coming out of all this, and I had touched on this a little bit earlier. Remember me talking about that weird moon that we're going to have?
When is that? I thought that was this week. I've been looking up in the sky all week.
It's, the 19th into the 20th, and if you just even watch the regular weather report on TV, they'll talk about, and a full moon on Saturday night.
So that's Saturday night into Sunday morning.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Basically, what is going on? I don't remember. It's an extreme moon or extreme full moon or wherever they call this thing. It's got some kind of weird technical name. But basically, the moon is going to be closer to planet Earth than it's been in 18 years.
And are we visibly going to see that difference?
I would imagine so. I would imagine you would notice, because there are even sometimes when you see the moon starting to rise and it's a full moon, I mean, it looks like it's sitting in your lap.
Okay, no joke. We really do need to plan something cozy and fun for that night, just to get me through this.
Okay. A little sing-along, maybe?
I'm a little nervous about this extreme moon.
Well, I'd heard a little bit about this guy, and I started to look this up. There's this former United States Geological Survey scientist. And remember, I talked about that, and some people were speculating, could this moon actually trigger some kind of global devastation or possibly even earthquakes? And some people played it off, said that there's just kind of a minor threat level. But now this guy, Jim Birkeland, he's a guy who's got a little bit of credibility as being kind of a earthquake prognosticator. His big one, the big feather in his cap, was 4 days before the earthquake that hit San Francisco in 1989. He's going around saying, hey, there is going to be a pretty good-sized quake that's going to hit this area, just to be warned.
And it's documented. He definitely was saying that. It was definitely days before. He wasn't one of those guys that just afterwards was like, I told you so.
But is he a one-hit wonder? Did he just kind of guess that and he got lucky? Does he have more than one hit?
I have to pull up his itinerary, yeah. I mean, is this guy a Rockwell or is he a Michael Jackson?
I mean, I could say, next year there's going to be a pretty big earthquake out in the West, and bam. I'm a prognosticator.
But not a linguist.
No.
Well, this guy is basically citing what I was talking about with the full moon thing. And he also then cites, remember how we were talking about the craziness about the magnetic fields being a little bit off? He said a combination of the magnetic fields, this full moon, and also remember right in that area, you had those million-plus sardines that just popped up dead.
Yes, everyone kind of wanted to brush that off like they were just hanging out and they died all of a sudden.
He said that lack of oxygenation in the water could be a result of the shifting of the magnetic fields, and cites that a lot of times before earthquakes strike, you'll notice like whales beaching themselves and things like that, and you've noticed a little bit of that around the California area. So he says his prognostication is that sometime between the 19th and I believe like the 26th of March, and he predicts basically right on the 19th this weekend, there will be a major earthquake that will hit the west coast of the U.S.
Well, we are watching to see what happens, because if he's right and there's a huge earthquake that hits on the 19th, this guy's good as gold.
I don't know if it's the material that you're reading, but you have end of the world face right now, Kev. I don't know if it's the way you're reading
I wouldn't read much into it.
I'm just saying.
That's just his complexion.
That's what you got going on right now.
It is. Well, the one thing that he cites with this that is new information, anybody who knows the moon does affect the Earth's tides, the oceans. But this I did not know. There's also what's called an earth tide. I guess that's basically the groundwater that lies underneath the surface of the Earth. And that also, there's a tide that ebbs and flows. That is also affected by the moon. So when the moon gets so close, that starts setting it off and basically starts rocking things back and forth. Imagine planet Earth kind of like a big soda bottle.
It's going to be like in that movie Evan Almighty where he pulls the moon right to him.
Yes.
The moon is going to be like right in your face.
I really do need to get some clarity on how close this damn moon is going to get to Earth.
You can reach out and touch it.
No, because that one, I told you about the time I made a left on this one street and bam.
And you hit the moon.
It looked like I could, it did. It looked like I could drive into the moon. It was so low to the ground. Did not expect that.
Well, this earthquake prognosticator who says that a major quake is going to hit the West Coast sometime around March 19th was asked if this quake is going to be around a 9.0 event like Japan just saw. He admitted that he just did not know the magnitude, but he did say that an earthquake is about to hit the West Coast, and he predicts it to be a major one.
I like it when they say they don't know.
Yes.
That's a good thing.
Well, because they don't know. I think
he knows when it's going to happen. He just doesn't know how strong it's going to be. He's more believable by saying that.
Or is he a one-hit wonder and got lucky? Because I just predicted an earthquake next year. So, you know what I mean?
He picked a day. You got to pick a day.
And a reason.
I'll pick a. He had a. Yeah, of course he had a reason. Okay, my reason. Fault lines and the Earth plates are moving. Kev.
Okay, give us a date.
Okay, we're gonna go October 8th next year.
Okay, we need he picked a city with San Francisco. Pick a city.
Madrid.
Okay. All right, we got that down.
There you go.
Did you write that down, Heather?
You are. Would you consider yourself to be an earthquake? What do you call it?
Procrastinator.
Yes, procrastinator.
It sounds like you're close to something with the prostate.
I don't know much.
Oh, he is.